Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to the Talk Podcast. So, I guess this is how to put it, unfortunate story because as you can see on this picture, a very sweet couple, to my opinion, they look really sweet together. But let's see how this all unfolds. Once again, it's some kind of baller player with some kind of bad situation. I don't know how they find themselves in this situation. It is just sad at this point.
By the Kansas City Chiefs in the first round.
Man, bro, my time. That's all I'm thinking. My time. Just ready to see where I'm gonna go. It's crazy. I don't know where you're gonna go. You just tell a second later you're gonna put all over the city. So it's crazy. I'm ready.
Welcome to the NFL Draft in Detroit. It's the deep threats, it's the post route, it's the go balls. But this probably got him into this first round talk because when you run 4.21 and you're the fastest guy in combine history, your name is everywhere. Yeah, his stock definitely rose after running.
Hey, this is Brett Leach from the Kansas City Chiefs. How you doing? Good. How you doing? Good. Hey, I just want to let you know that we just made a trade here. We're gonna be on the clock soon, and we're gonna make you the newest member of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
All
it.
right. You excited?
Yes, sir.
The Buffalo Bills have traded the 28th pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. With the 28th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the back-to-back Super Bowl champions Kansas City Chiefs select Xavier Worthy.
Congratulations, I would say. Now, I do not know too much about, how the play goes, the game stuff. I'm really not involved in that. But anyone who's just like me has no clue. One thing for sure is not only a great achievement for the athlete and, they're going ahead, pursuing their dream, but it's also a life-changing opportunity. So keep that in mind.
The Chiefs, still fresh off their back-to-back Super Bowl success, prepping in the offseason for their third run, and of course, Xavier was excited to be fulfilling his dream. A long way from his early beginnings in Fresno, California, raised by a single mother as the big brother of two younger sisters. As a son husband, he definitely felt the pressure to take care of his mother and sisters.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated.
3 months after Xavier got drafted by Kansas City, boom, a proposal. And just like that, Tia Jones was sharing with everybody she secured the bag, or so she thought.
Signed up for the Hall of Shame. I wish I knew.
The two went on social media to announce their engagement and the purchase of a home. Tia told everyone they bought a home together.
I mean, you must be thinking, so far so good. Where's the whole issue? Where's what is going on in the story? It's a beautiful story. Yeah.
Except she conveniently left out one tiny detail. She didn't own a dime of that house. It was all Xavier's. But that didn't stop her from flaunting on social media, where she made content and even convinced Xavier to create joint social media accounts with her to vlog their new lives together.
Watch me rearrange. This is the primary guest bed. It's basically like a second master room. So I'm just gonna rearrange the bed because the TV's right here. Put the mattress down.
So before this clip continues, I am seeing some similarities to another athlete that I've covered. I'm sorry, forgive me, I don't remember the name. So bad. But anywho, I'm seeing similarities in when it comes to choosing to share so much of your private life. Now, so far it looks fun, right? They're preparing, or she's preparing the new home, and I get it. There's nothing bad so far, but we have seen this so many times how, especially these people, these high profile athletes, whatnot, celebrities or wannabe celebrities, we don't know, get into these relationships, and then it's like playground for the public, it's playground for everyone, it's playground for them. They're using their relationships, their real lives, everyday, day-to-day situations to create content. And the reality is, at this point, you must ask yourself why. Like, if it's a money question, I would claim that they don't need it. She doesn't need to do it. Like, if you're really engaged with this person, you're going to get married, you're good, right? You could set up actually like a real business or something where perhaps in your business shop, whatever you're doing, you could start creating content. I don't know, but like, do they need to do this? No, because the reason why I'm saying that is there are people who are choosing to do this, sharing their private life to create content and to make money, right? But just keep that in mind. There's so much that I've seen before, we've all seen before. There's like a certain pattern on how this always unfolds.
Hopefully we're gonna see some decorations and stuff in this video too. I'm thinking this is gonna be a 2-part video because the movers are coming to set up the theater room on the east wing. So
West Bank, you're working for the bank, you make the West Bank. Not the bank, you bust the West Bank. Not the bank, you do the West Bank. Not the bank, you're working for the Nokia, you make the Nokia, bust the Nokia. Not the Nokia.
You may know us for our beignets and beads.
I got you.
Second lines and seafood. Parties and po' boys.
Eyes set to make history in their third consecutive Super Bowl, Xavier continued to work hard with his team, and soon they traveled to New Orleans, Louisiana for the big showdown against Philadelphia.
Where y'all get the gumbo from? Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna get both. I'm okay. Okay. I like what y'all got going on there. What's good, eh?
It's a trend. It's no gumbo on this thing, but it's not
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know where he from. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. Food's a lot better this year. I don't know if it's because of where we're at, but food's way better. Like gumbo party? It is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, food here has been insane.
Man, it's crazy, man, because, like 2 years ago, it wasn't a lot of guys from Texas in the league. So just being one of the guys that's in the group to put Texas back on the map is a good feeling.
What I want to know is, and I can see them in your mouth, what's your favorite color?
You're going deep.
Xavier tried to stay focused, but was also going through some issues at home with a woman he had seriously been in a relationship with for only a year. See, Xavier started noticing some, let's call them suspicious activities. So in a move that was surprising but certainly understandable as a young man with millions on the line, he did what had to be done. He hired a private investigator. And what did he find? His fiancée that was posing all on the Kansas City sidelines, soaking up all the attention with the other NFL girlfriends and wives, was indeed cheating on him.
Okay, so come with me today.
Okay, now this story is different. Forget the similarity stuff. This story is different.
Their life as an NFL wife. They are in training camp right now. Baby's in camp. He's already getting prepped and prepared or whatever.
After parading around the social media streets, calling herself a new NFL wife, Xavier confronted his fiancée, told her game over and she had to move out his house. He even agreed to help Tia get an apartment. But Tia, oh no, she was not giving up on the lifestyle without a fight. Instead of packing her bags, she packed a punch. Literally. She attacked Xavier, jumped on him, and
Wow, that's wild. But wait a minute, I feel like I did not pay attention.
the attention with the other NFL girlfriends and wives, was indeed cheating on him.
Okay, so come with me to day in life as an NFL wife. They are in training camp right now. Baby's in camp. He's already getting prepped and prepared or whatever.
After parading around the social media streets, calling herself a new NFL wife, Xavier confronted his fiancée, told her game over and she had to move out his house. He even agreed to help Tia get an apartment. But Tia, oh no, she was not giving up on the lifestyle without a fight. Instead of packing her bags, she packed a punch. Literally. She attacked Xavier, jumped on him, and even ripped out his hair. But here's where it gets real dirty. Because what does an evil, entitled, scorned woman do when she realizes her ATM is kicking her out and she refuses to leave? Well, no, of course she didn't take accountability for cheating on her boyfriend while he was practicing for the Super Bowl. Accountability? What's that? I guess kryptonite for Tia. No, instead of taking accountability for not just cheating on Xavier, but attacking him when he told her it was over, Tia decided to play the victim. The police came to the house. Xavier didn't want any negative attention that would jeopardize his job and endorsements, so he just said he wanted his fiancée out of the house and didn't want to press charges. Well, guess who pressed charges instead? You guessed it, Tia. Tia came up with a whole different story. She told police that Xavier attacked her and she wanted to press charges. The responding officers
Okay, the story is actually going back to being exactly what I thought it's going to be.
Took her word, and Xavier Worthy was arrested.
That breaking news coming out of Texas, where Kansas City Chiefs player and Fresno native Xavier Worthy has been arrested. Public jail records from Williamson County show the incident happened yesterday. Worthy was booked in jail for allegedly assaulting a household member or a family member by impeding their breathing or circulation. This comes just weeks after the Fresno native and Central High graduate made his return to the Valley, where more than 4,000 fans lined up to meet him during a free event at Granite Park in Central Fresno.
Suddenly, the Golden Rookie wasn't just at risk of losing his reputation. He was facing jail time, his NFL career, and endorsements. Millions. Tia refused to leave his house, so she ran down to the courts to get a restraining order in an attempt to lock him out of his own mansion. A judge immediately granted her that temporary restraining order, but when the receipts started rolling in, it didn't take long for the investigators to realize that the real aggressor wasn't Xavier. It was Tia. Turns out she was the one attacking him. Her whole story, fake. So good news for him, the case was dropped.
All right, thank you, Tommy. A Kansas City Chiefs rookie and former Texas Longhorn football player is no longer facing charges after being arrested in Williamson County. We told you earlier today that Xavier Worthy had been arrested on a felony domestic violence charge. Now one of Worthy's lawyers says the DA has declined prosecution of the case. Williamson County online jail records Saturday showed that Worthy was arrested Friday by deputies and held in the county jail. His charge, assault on a family or household member. Now, in a statement after his arrest, Worthy's attorney said he was innocent of the charge against him, claiming the allegation was made by a woman living in Worthy's Williamson County home who had, quote, refused to vacate the residence and made a number of extortive efforts after the, quote, discovery of her infidelity.
Xavier wasn't done yet, though, because after nearly losing everything and having a bunch of people come at him on social media over Tia's lies, he decided to sue her for her shenanigans.
Good.
Yeah.
I must say that is good because at this point, this is so trifling. Like, you are the one who's reacting completely outrageous. He doesn't even react to it. He doesn't do anything. He did not even press charges. Just leave it, let it go. If you would have let it go, maybe there's even a chance to talk it out, whatever. Like, it's so stupid. And then you go so far to lie upon this person while being so rude and disgusting, staying in that person's home. It kind of reminds me of the story with this lady. Wasn't it a Judge Judy show? Who was claiming that this boyfriend of hers, they were like an older couple, but this man was mistreating her. It was his house. He's paying the mortgage. He's paying the rent, whatever. And she came up with this story trying to kick him out. She's not even able to pay the rent. She cannot even afford staying there, but wants to claim his home. Came up with a stupid lie. He didn't even press charges. He didn't even go so far. He actually moved out. He was like, whatever. And then she had the audacity to start going, with the court system and trying to come after him when there was no grounds for it. And this is a similar story. I'm sorry. This is, wow.
Now Xavier is suing Tia for theft, assault, and defamation. And Tia, she finally left the mansion, but not before stealing thousands in cash and jewelry. Over $300,000 worth of jewelry was missing.
And think about it. This is someone who is actually on a good path herself in life. Isn't she also some kind of athlete trying to do Olympia or Olympics or whatever? You guys, I'm not involved in this. But why?
His property was damaged and tens of thousands of dollars in cash was stolen. In the lawsuit, Xavier said rather than leave and separate amicably, Tia became enraged and engaged in a series of abusive, extortive efforts against Xavier. She destroyed his game room, including his gaming desk and console, a PlayStation 5, and the key to his Rolls Royce. Then she assaulted him, scratching him in his face and ripping out his hair. I mean, big chunks of hair. He had to shave all his hair off. Then she told police a completely different story, got him arrested, ran down to the courthouse where she lied to a judge.
I'm sorry, this is wow. This like women like this who mess it up for like real cases. You know what I mean? This is wild. why all of this? And to be honest, I guess after all of this, he's just sitting there thinking, lucky we were not married yet. That would have been a whole different wave of extra issues, right?
To get a temporary restraining order, went back to his house where she continued as the Tasmanian devil she is, stole his money and jewelry, ruined his reputation, and almost ruined his career forever. So he's suing her for damages. $250,000 to $1 million is what he's looking to be awarded. And he also requested a temporary protective order against Tia to stay away from him and his property. You know who I thought about as soon as I heard this ridiculous story? Travis Hunter. Same age as Xavier Worthy. Xavier entered the NFL last year, and Travis is about to enter the league in a couple of weeks. Both of them foolish for proposing to two thought bucket gold diggers.
Both kind of same story where I remembered you saying with one, like, okay, they were so young, you get that playfulness with, yeah, I didn't want to text back so quick and all that good stuff. But that similarity is there, though, with the exposure on social media. Everyone needs to know what's going on TikTok, the hyper presentation, always putting themselves in the forefront. And then also, obviously, this, I don't even know how to put it, but this idea of I had to let him sit for a minute and then, didn't react to him at first and then gave him a second chance, really presenting the whole relationship to the public.
Who they reached out to on social media and ignored them until they realized their earning potential. And it's also not lost on me that both women bragged about keeping them on ice.
How do we meet, babe, for real?
What you mean, how do we meet?
How do we meet, for real?
I shot myself on Instagram and she dubbed me.
And I didn't dub. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type.
He DM'd me before, but I didn't respond. He DM'd me before, and I was kind of.
This is actually just a obvious, unfortunate, but great example for they don't like you for you. I'm sorry people have experienced this perhaps as well. They don't really like you for who you are. They like you for what you have, what they can take, how they look when they're with you, all that stuff. Just like taking.
Kind of dry.
Both of them getting cheated on by these women while they're on the sidelines posing as supportive girlfriends. Yeah. And for both guys.
I would ignore the cheating part. With the first lady, well, the Travis Hunter girlfriend, fiance, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that story, but if there is a claim that he actually had someone investigating, like actually someone following or looking after the whole, kind of a spy, then yeah, it's very easy to believe.
Too soon to be willing to sign away millions of dollars for relationships with more red flags in a flag football tournament. Let's be real. Xavier was a fool for proposing in the first place. First of all, she didn't want you from the beginning. You didn't become her type until it was clear you will be in the NFL draft. Then you proposed within months. Another dumb move. A man with money don't go around doing this. That's desperate behavior you may see for men under the poverty line, right above it, or in some kind of financial struggle. But men that gotta use marriage for a financial come-up is a clear sign of a low-value man. And in this case, Xavier was the one with the money. A lot of money. So much potential. Millions on the line with the NFL. The last thing he should have been doing is getting married. That and getting a woman pregnant. None of it makes sense. I don't understand why these guys do this. They make babies or get married to women that didn't want them in the first place. They already know you won't be in the house with them because most of the year you're going to be on the road traveling to and from games or training somewhere.
Well, I'm not too surprised, as I said before, not right now, but it's nothing to compare with anyone's day-to-day average life. Obviously, they're just pushing the boundaries, living an extraordinary lifestyle, and there's just something that comes along with the way they choose to live their lives around the circles with the rappers, the players, the certain kind of women they choose, the intentional creating babies that are going to grow up in different homes, all that good stuff, right? To each their own. If they need to stand to that responsibility, I have to say, then you will have to face that. Now, this case is definitely disgusting because being attacked for someone that claims to love you and then just lying and creating even more difficulty around the whole situation, risking your future, all that stuff, that is bad. So that's disgusting. I'm happy for him that, the case turned out like he got his justice in that case. It's proven that he's innocent. He hopefully still has a chance with whatever his career path is offering. And I hope she's going to face the consequences and hopefully also learn from this, because this is just stupid.
As a pro athlete at the top, you're never going to be home. And financial predators like Tia, that's what they like. They get to live this luxurious lifestyle without you being around majority of the time, giving her the room and opportunity to cheat on you. And please don't think Tia is the only one. Tia is the norm. A lot of these NFL, NBA wags are out here cheating. They cheat the whole time while living it up on the pro athlete's dime. And 9 times out of 10, they flip the script, catch him cheating, use that as the excuse to end the relationship when they've been cheating the whole time, then use his infidelity for more child support, alimony, the big settlement. They go around on social.
It sounds so cliche how she's putting it, but I mean, what we're going to do, unfortunately, it has played out so many times just that way. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next one. Bye.